no playbook to this. This has been, I think, a new experience for every person that I've had a conversation with, whether it's family, it's team members, it's staff members, it's players. It's been sharing experiences and building upon that for both physical and mental health. In reference to my discussions with players, I have sort of leaned back on things and experiences that have been challenging for me and the processes that I've used to help resolve those things and share those with players. And I've been very, very genuine in that. I've been very candid. It hasn't been textbook. It's been, this is what's helped me. And I've shared those things.
The first couple weeks, not gonna lie, I was going stir crazy because I was just like, what do I need to do? And so I started just building my own regimen, and it started to work for me. And I started to read more and just kind of get back to the things that I have lost. You know, when you start working, you just, instead of reading, you want to sleep. So I've been able to just get back to doing what I want to do, get my fitness back in order, get my mental health, like everything has just been falling into place. And the sleep was tough for me at first because I didn't realize how much we did on a day-to-day basis, just getting to work, working, everything like that. So for me, my body was like, well, we're not tired, so why are you going to sleep? You didn't do anything today. And I'm like, no, because it's 10 o'clock at night and I need to sleep. Like, so having to get into a routine with that. And that's when I realized I needed to start incorporating more things into my every day, whether that was taking a walk outside and going, you know, doing a walk around the neighborhood or whatever, just to get my body feeling as though I was doing something. Definitely got a lot of questions from the guys, at least my guys, you know, just, hey, because they were having the same struggles I was having with sleeping. So we definitely talked things out. We worked on, okay, like, what have you been doing? What haven't you been doing? So we've been able to just have a good dialect and just be able to figure out what's best for them, because everyone's different. Some guys are night owls and then others go to sleep too early. So it was good just like working out the kinks. And like you said, there is no script to this.
You find that unstructured like days can be like more exhausting, you know, than actually having. What I mean is exactly to your point. Like, players have a certain time they have to wake up to get to a facility, and they have to be they have to be sort of physically conditioned to deal with a number of the things that are going to take place on the court, the stressors off the court. You have this sort of poor sleeping pattern that comes about, and that was part of a conversation that I had with a number of guys. Now they've got to sort of be responsible for what time they're going to be lifting. We're providing workouts, but they've got the choice and freedom. And that gives way for a number of things to take place. And I know that was one of the more important strategic tools that I sort of recommended for some of our guys to get back onto a healthy pattern.
For us, because we've been so on it with our guys and been providing so many different options for them, I think this transition is going to be a lot easier than it maybe would have been if we didn't have the structure for them and didn't have everything ready. And like, you know, we talk about the gravity blankets all the time. And I think during this time, it was great for the guys who did have them to utilize them.
You know, I probably wasn't, catering to those needs as well, or recognizing that was a stressor for me. That, you know, like me running, and swimming, and doing those things put me in a position where, you know, during the season, I don't really have a difficulty sleeping, even with my kids around. I looked around and I found that gravity blanket. I swear to you, to the credit of those sleep resources, they worked for me. They really did, and because they work for me, and because we're sharing some of these challenges and we're being very candid, I felt so comfortable in providing those kind of resources and my recommendations for guys to use them. In many cases, the very next day, it's like, hey, I was able to sleep last night. I knocked out and I woke up and I said, you know what, that felt good. This is what I did.
I tell everyone about it now. It was last night, as you know, got in at almost midnight back here from Cali. And that was the first thing I did. I just grabbed my gravity blanket because I knew that was the only way I was going to be able to immediately fall asleep within the first 10 to 15 minutes. Because my brain was still wired. I was still up. I was still ready. But once I just felt that weight on me, I was like, okay, like now I can sleep. So yeah, I felt great.
It's not like we're gonna all of a sudden we're living in stress-free environments. We're about to have to go through another sort of phase of stress and challenge, right? I mean, it's just made you recognize how important it is to recognize like the things that improve quality of life.
We're in a healing phase right now, all of us, everyone is. So we just gotta come together and move forward. And for us being in the sports world, we gotta prepare for what's going on. And we have to use this time to be there, not only for our players from a personal standpoint, but we gotta get ready for the season. There's a job that needs to get done, and the guys know that, and they're preparing themselves, and everyone the reality is this, we have to lock back in.
I think we'll realize that us being together is more powerful than any sort of external resource that we could throw in there, you know? Already, like, we see, you know, you getting off a plane and getting to the facility, like, brought me a smile, you know? And that's the thing, that was a stressor. It's the fact that we're all separated from one another.
Yeah.
You know, we have the opportunity to all get together and be in one location and be in, you know, what is often recognized as the most magical place on earth, right? At Disney World, we're going to be there for an extended period of time together after we haven't been together for a long period of time. So we're going to see, you know, the family dynamics come right back roaring. I'm excited for the return of competition. You know, I love to be competitive. I'm excited for the return of high level play, of people trying to do amazing things and demonstrating amazing feats, movements. I love to see that, and I think that's going to be a powerful sort of resource for us, and also an opportunity for guys to get together and discuss and recognize the stressors globally, nationally, that's taking place, you know, and having a platform to speak on those things.
I agree. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Excited too.